So this is something I hadn't even thought about until I stopped and saw it just now. I'm out picking salad greens, and mostly I've been picking from the ground, you know, primrose leaves and sorrel and various bits and pieces like that. And this is a tree, and sometimes I think we forget to look up when we're looking at the ground. We get so absorbed. And it's lovely to be in that place where you're kind of zoned out and just looking at the floor and scanning as you walk and able to think about other things or nothing at all. But remembering to look up is nice too. And often, particularly when I'm hunting fungi in the autumn, I forget to look up, and then I do, and there's a massive great chicken of the woods or something beautiful growing on the side of a tree. And in this case, it's not quite so spectacular or attention grabbing, but this is hawthorn, and these are its first leaves of the season. And they have this amazing shape. They're kind of like fingers almost, sometimes more like lobes, less long and thin, but each leaf has multiple lobes all pointing towards the end rather than going out at 90 degrees or backwards. It's easy to identify once it's in flower and berry, slightly less so when it's in just leaf, but I think the leaves, if you have a look online, there are lots and lots of types of hawthorn or varieties of hawthorn. And they will all have slightly different leaves, but they are relatively easy to identify. And I'm trying to think of tree leaves that look like this that would be an issue to eat, and I can't think of any. It really is a relatively safe thing to forage. Where they've just opened from buds, they have these lush little kind of pink bud casings around where the leaves have come out of. And they're called hawthorn for a reason. I was about to try and show you and realised that I'd been stuck on one. They have these, where are we? These thorns on the branches. There we go. Nice big long pokey thorns. So that's another nice ID feature. But yeah, once you're sure that you've got hawthorn, these are traditionally known as bread and cheese, and I couldn't tell you why. They taste neither like bread nor like cheese, but they are something that you can just kind of pick off the tree and eat as you're walking. It's again a really common tree or shrub in the UK. We have it everywhere, often planted as hedging and things like that. And it's just a really nice, fresh, vibrant, moist, kind of full of life salad green. I wouldn't probably use it for anything else, I don't think, the leaves of this. Later on you can do things with the berries, but I do really like it as a salad green, particularly when everything's just starting and you can't get lots of anything without really decimating patches. Something this common that has a lovely kind of base flavour for your salad that you can then add the really punchy flavours to is really important and valuable. Do like and subscribe. I'm making so many videos already just today. Ooh, let's try and focus ourselves. Just because there's so much out. I'm absolutely surrounded by things. Even the things that I can't pick yet are poking through, and I can tell that I'm just going to be overwhelmed with the number of things that we could be making videos on in the next week or so. So I will be adding as often as I possibly can videos of how to ID things so that you can make yourselves lovely, fresh, foragey free lunches and dinners. Enjoy your foraging.